Growing up, I always knew my sister Amanda was different from the rest of our family. While Dad and I spent weekends at his software company working on new projects, Amanda was more interested in the lifestyle his success provided. My name is Catherine Bennett, and this is the story of how I saved our family's legacy from being destroyed by my own sister's greed. Bennett Software Solutions wasn't just a company, it was Dad's life's work. He built it from scratch in our basement 25 years ago, turning his innovative ideas into a $12 million enterprise that employed over 100 people. More importantly, it was a company built on values, integrity, innovation, and treating employees like family. Remember, Katie, Dad would say while teaching me coding, the real value of a company isn't in its bank account, it's in its people and principles. I took those lessons to heart, earning my computer science degree and joining the company as a developer. By age 28, I was heading our research and development department, creating new software solutions that kept us competitive in the fast-moving tech industry. Amanda, on the other hand, barely understood what our company did. She took a marketing position after college, but everyone knew it was just for show. She spent more time planning parties and shopping than actually working. "Why waste time with all this coding stuff?" she'd say. "We're rich enough already." Dad never played favorites, always insisting there was room for different talents in the company. But I could see the worry in his eyes whenever Amanda made impulsive decisions or ignored important meetings. Everything changed 6 months ago when Dad had a massive heart attack. He survived, but the doctors ordered him to step back from day-to-day operations. That's when the power struggle began. As the eldest, I should take over as CEO, Amanda announced during a family meeting, despite having no real experience running the company. Dad, still recovering in the hospital, tried to mediate. "We need to think about what's best for the company and its employees. Let's take some time to dash." "There's nothing to think about," Amanda interrupted. "I'm 32. I've been with the company for 10 years, and it's my turn to lead." What Amanda didn't know was that Dad had already been preparing for succession. He'd asked me to install new security cameras in his office 3 months earlier, with audio recording capabilities. "Just in case," he'd said with a knowing look. I didn't understand why until Amanda started having mysterious meetings with people from Quantum Tech, our biggest competitor. As head of R&D, I knew they'd been trying to acquire our latest software platform, but we'd refused to sell. Then came the day that changed everything. Dad had finally returned home, but was still resting when Amanda called an emergency board meeting. "I have exciting news," she announced, standing at the head of the conference table. "I'm selling Bennett Software Solutions to Quantum Tech for $12 million. The room erupted in chaos. Board members were shouting, employees who had heard the news were gathering outside the conference room, and I sat there, my hand on my laptop bag containing evidence of what was really going on. "You can't sell the company," I said, keeping my voice calm. "You don't have the authority." Amanda smirked, pulling out a document. "Actually, I do. Dad signed over temporary control to me while he recovers. It's all legal." I noticed the date on the document. It was from 3 days ago, when Dad was still heavily medicated after a procedure. My blood boiled, but I maintained my composure. "Before we proceed," I said, standing up and connecting my laptop to the projector, "I think everyone should see something." "This isn't the time for one of your technical presentations," Amanda snapped, but I could see fear flickering in her eyes. "Oh, this isn't technical at all," I replied, pulling up the security footage. "This is from Dad's office, 2 weeks ago." The video showed Amanda meeting with Marcus Reynolds, CEO of Quantum Tech. But instead of discussing a standard acquisition, they were plotting something far more sinister. "Once you sign over the company," Marcus was saying, "we'll strip it for assets and intellectual property. The employees can find new jobs. That's not our problem." Amanda's voice came through clearly. "I don't care about the employees. Just make sure my cut is deposited in my Cayman Islands account before announcing the layoffs. And remember, the official price is $12 million, but my personal payment should be the additional $3 million we discussed." The boardroom fell silent. Amanda's face had gone pale. That's been edited," she stammered. "She's trying to frame me." I played another clip, this one from yesterday. Amanda was in Dad's hospital room, pushing papers in front of him while he was barely conscious. "Just sign here, Daddy," she was saying. "It's just routine company paperwork. You don't need to read it." The timestamp showed just hours after Dad had received heavy pain medication. "The document she's holding," I explained to the board, "is the one giving her temporary control. There are 3 more hours of footage showing her repeatedly trying to get Dad to sign while he was incapacitated." The quantum tech representatives, who had been waiting in the lobby for the board's approval, started packing their briefcases. Marcus Reynolds couldn't leave fast enough, knowing their scheme had been exposed. "You don't understand," Amanda pleaded with the board. "The company needs this sale. We're becoming obsolete." I pulled up our latest financial reports. Actually, our new software platform has increased our market value to $30 million. Quantum Tech was trying to buy us at a fraction of our worth, strip our assets, and eliminate a competitor. "And you?" I turned to Amanda. "We're willing to sacrifice everyone's jobs, including the people who've worked here since you were a child, for a secret $3 million payment." The board moved quickly after that. They voted unanimously to remove Amanda from any position of authority and initiated an investigation into her actions. Security escorted her from the building as she screamed threats about lawsuits and ruining me. When I showed Dad the footage in his hospital room later that day, he wasn't surprised. "I knew Amanda might try something like this," he said softly. "That's why I asked you to install the cameras. I just hoped I was wrong about my own daughter." "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked. He squeezed my hand. "Sometimes people need to reveal who they really are on their own. I needed the board to see the truth for themselves." The next few months were challenging. Amanda did try to sue, claiming the videos were fake and that I had conspired to take control of the company. But the evidence was irrefutable, and her case was thrown out. What hurt most wasn't her betrayal of the company. It was her betrayal of Dad's values and vision. She had been willing to destroy everything he had built, just for money. But something unexpected happened in the aftermath. Without Amanda's disruptive influence, the company flourished. Our new software platform launched successfully, and our value grew to $40 million within a year. More importantly, we strengthened our commitment to Dad's principles. We established an employee stock ownership program, ensuring that the people who helped build the company would share in its success. Dad recovered fully and returned to an advisory role, proud to see his values being upheld. The security cameras that caught Amanda's scheme remain in place, not because we don't trust people, but as a reminder that transparency and honesty are non-negotiable in our company. Amanda occasionally tries to contact us, usually when she needs money. Her reputation in the tech industry is ruined, and she's burned through her savings. But Dad stands firm. She's no longer welcome in the company or our lives until she truly understands the damage she tried to cause. Last week, we celebrated the company's 25th anniversary. Looking around at our employees, many who have been with us since the basement days, I felt proud of what we'd protected. Dad's legacy isn't just the successful company he built, it's the principles he instilled in all of us. The security footage from that day is still saved on our servers, not to shame Amanda, but to remind future generations that integrity matters more than profit. Sometimes the biggest threats to a company's values come from within, and it takes courage to stand up for what's right. We've expanded our operations now, opening offices in 2 more cities. Each new location has a plaque with Dad's favorite saying, "Success without integrity is failure in disguise." It's more than just words on a wall. It's the principle that saved our company from being destroyed by greed. The irony isn't lost on me that Amanda's scheme to sell the company for $12 million ultimately led to its value more than tripling. By exposing her plot, we not only saved the company, but made it stronger than ever. Some of our employees still talk about the day I played that security footage in the boardroom. They call it the day we chose values over valor, integrity over greed. But for me, it was simply about protecting what Dad had always taught us, that a company is more than its bottom line. The real victory wasn't just stopping the sale, it was preserving the culture Dad had built. Our employees still know their family, not just assets to be traded. Our clients know we'll always choose ethical behavior over easy profit. And our industry knows that Bennett Software Solutions stands for something more than just making money. Dad's office remains largely unchanged, though he's scaled back his hours. The security cameras are still there, quietly watching, but they're rarely needed now. We've built a culture of transparency and trust that makes deception nearly impossible. As for me, I've stepped into the CEO role, but I lead differently than Amanda would have. Every major decision is viewed through the lens of Dad's principles. Will this benefit our employees? Are we maintaining our integrity? Are we creating real value, not just profit? The board members who witnessed Amanda's exposure have become our strongest advocates for ethical business practices. They've helped us establish a corporate governance structure that ensures no single person can ever threaten the company's values again. Sometimes, late at night when I'm working late, I look at the security footage from that day. Not to relive Amanda's downfall, but to remind myself of what we almost lost, and what we managed to save. The employee stock ownership program has been particularly successful. Seeing our team members take pride in owning part of the company, knowing their hard work directly benefits them, would make Dad's vision complete. We've also established the Bennett Innovation Fund, supporting young tech entrepreneurs who demonstrate both technical skill and strong ethical principles. It's our way of spreading Dad's values beyond our own company walls. Last month, we heard that Quantum Tech, the company that tried to buy us out, filed for bankruptcy. Their strategy of acquiring and stripping companies eventually caught up with them. It validated what Dad always said: sustainable success comes from building value, not destroying it. Amanda's last attempt to contact us was through a lawyer trying to claim a share of the company's increased value. The security footage quickly ended that discussion. Sometimes the best defense against dishonesty is simply having proof of the truth. The tech industry has changed dramatically since Dad started the company in our basement, but our core values remain the same. We still prioritize innovation, integrity, and treating our employees like family. The security cameras that caught Amanda's scheme now serve as a silent reminder that these values are worth protecting at any cost. Looking back, I realized that Dad's request to install those cameras wasn't just about catching potential wrongdoing. It was his way of teaching me one final lesson about leadership. Sometimes protecting what's right requires being prepared for others to do wrong. The company continues to grow, but we never forget the day we almost lost everything to greed. Every new employee hears the story, not to disparage Amanda, but to understand that our values aren't just words, they're the foundation of everything we do. Dad often says that losing a daughter was painful, but saving his life's work and the livelihoods of hundreds of employees was worth the sacrifice. The security cameras that revealed the truth now stand as silent guardians of his legacy, ensuring that Bennett Software Solutions remains true to its founding principles for generations to come. Thanks for watching. See you again in the next video. Stay stunned.